Hello everyone. We have now hit the 5-year anniversary of Align Health and Wellness. Of Align Health and Wellness like being in existence 5 years. And so I'm making this video to tell you guys a little bit about the story of Align because you're a part of Align Health and Wellness. And it's fun to understand kind of the history of what we came from and some of the cool stuff along the way, just so you can feel more a part of this place. And so we're making this video for you so you understand a little bit more about our history and how it began. Some of you don't know this, but I purchased an existing practice 5 years ago. And I purchased it from a doctor who had owned that practice for 15 years. And before her, a doctor had owned it for 10 years. So now the clinic has been in existence for 30 years, a total of 30 years. And when I purchased this practice, it was only corrective for the neck specifically. Like we were good at correcting the neck, the cervical spine, but when it came to the rest of the spine, I was trained just to adjust every single person the same, like most chiropractors do, where it's just non-specific. And so at our last clinic, there were 2 tables there. And I would stand in the middle of the table, and if you were on this table, you got adjusted in that direction. If you're on this table, you got adjusted in that direction. So you received a different adjustment dependent upon which table you were on when you were getting adjusted at the clinic. And at the last clinic as well, it was non-specific for the rest of the spine, and we also had chairs where you would actually move. There was a line of chairs, and the next person, like on the closest chair, would jump on the table, and then every one of the chairs would move over and over and over. And so we're actually gonna implement that again here. We're gonna put like 40 chairs, and you guys are gonna move chair. I'm just kidding. But that's how we used to adjust people at the last clinic. And it was a great clinic, it was a successful practice, but it wasn't as corrective as it could have been. And one of the most fun things about how I purchased Align was how it originally began. So the previous owner, Dr. Amy, one day she took my wife and I out for lunch. We didn't know about this, and she informed us that she was gonna sell this practice and that she was moving back to Iowa to be closer to her family and all sorts of things. And she also informed us that she also had a buyer for the practice. She had someone that was going to buy the practice. And she was telling us all about everything that was happening, and she was like, Tom, don't worry about it. I've got another clinic for you to go intern at, because I was interning at the practice. I was still in school that I eventually bought. She's like, so I found another clinic for you to go to. It's a great clinic, you'll love it there, they'll take great care of you. And I was sitting there and we're having lunch, and you know, in some of those big moments in your life, just like pivotal moments, they're like you get just this overwhelming sense of knowing exactly what to do. And I looked at her, and my wife was sitting next to me. I hadn't even talked to my wife about this. And we're sitting there, we just found out this news, and I looked at her and I said, Dr. Amy, I'm gonna buy the practice. And she's like, what? She said, did you hear me? Like, I have a buyer for the practice. And I said, I heard you, but I'm gonna buy it. I said, it's perfect. I know these people, I love these people. You have created an unbelievable platform here, and we're gonna grow and we're gonna help more people, and I'm gonna buy your practice. And she was kind of taken back by that, didn't really know how to take that at first. And then some things, it was really cool, because in like that same day, some issues came into place with the other doctor that wanted to purchase. And what happened was I had a week and a half where 3 things happened. Number 1, I had to find a third of the purchase price for a down payment, including working capital, to buy the practice in a week and a half. Within a week and a half, we had our first son, Parker, and I also had my Part 3 National Board exam. And all of these things are crazy things. Finding the money, I called our pastor back home actually, he does a lot of business stuff. And I told him the situation, and he said, give me 5 days. He called me back in 5 days. And he said, Tom, there is a family that knows you and knows your family, and they want to anonymously loan you the money to purchase this practice. And you'll just pay them back over a 3-year period. So that was like an angel investor. So that was just a massive blessing for us to be able to do this. We had to find that. And in that same week and a half, the next thing that needed to happen, we were due with our son, Parker, our first son, and I had to take my Part 3 National Board exam, which is the most difficult exam. And if I were to miss that exam, I wouldn't qualify for early graduation. I got accepted for early graduation in the state of Minnesota, and I had to take that exam or I would lose the clinic. Like, I had to take that exam on that day. Well, the night before that exam starts, at midnight, I wake up to my wife in the middle of labor. She is having our firstborn son, Parker, and I'm supposed to start testing, I think it's at like 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. the next morning. So she goes into labor. So we go into the hospital, we go to Waconia, and sure enough, she has our baby boy, Parker, our firstborn. And thankfully everything went really smooth and went very quickly, because for that exam, I walked in 10 minutes before our Part 3 National Board exam. And I walked in and everybody's standing, all my classmates, and I said, we had a boy. And it happened right before the exam, and that was so critical to be able to take that test. Otherwise, I never would have gotten this clinic, it wouldn't have gone through. So it was pretty cool. Then, we owned the practice, we bought the practice. Many of you were there for the renovation. We made it a lot nicer, but that space was way too small for us. If you guys remember the parking, we had hardly any parking there. And so 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, we moved into our new facility here. We're gonna be showing you guys some pictures of that, some videos of that, so you can see some of that process and just feel like you're more a part of this clinic here at Align. So I want to thank the people that have been here for this entire 5 years, and a lot of you for way before then, just for being a part of this process and going through this with us, and just for your trust and your support throughout the whole thing. And for the new people that have been here for a day or for a few months, I'm excited for you to be a part of this crazy place here. I thank you for your trust, trusting us for the health of your family, to get you to those goals and dreams that you want to get to. I know it's not easy, but we're looking at health big picture, and you get what you pay for, and those who are proactive about their health will reap the benefits of that. So I'm so proud of you, and I thank you for your trust, and look forward to helping you and your families for as long as we can.
Hey everyone, Dr. Tom here. I want to give you a little update on the clinic renovation, the build out. We're right in the middle of it. We're painting tomorrow, and so I wanted to give you a little view here of everything before the paint starts going up. So we'll take a look here. We'll walk into the door. See this awesome front desk wall right behind the front desk, which will be going in early next week. And then we've got this awesome structural beam piercing the front desk, which is so cool. This front desk wall will be covered in tile, so it's gonna be beautiful, and then we'll have our big front desk right in front of it, right up here. You can see the border going around the room, the exposed ducting, some of the wire trays up in the ceiling, kind of a modern industrial feel to the clinic. Our different exam rooms and consultation rooms, storage closet, go around here. This hallway will take you back into the restrooms, our exam rooms, our consultation rooms. We have doubled the amount of rooms that we have so that we can see more people, do more reports, so that we're not booked out as far as we've been recently. Take a look at this wall, this big wall here. This is gonna be a professional faux painting. So we have a professional artist coming in, doing this awesome like structural painting on this wall. Super, super detailed, has a lot of depth and character. We can see the beautiful open windows here where the adjusting area takes place. So this winter we're gonna see awesome, huge snowflakes coming down as we are adjusting. Moving back into the back offices, this is Brian. This is the doctor's office back here. We've got hallway moving into our back office spaces. We've got kitchenettes. We've got all sorts of stuff back in here. And that's the clinic today. So we're super, super excited. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. We can hardly believe it. We'll be in before the first of the year. So everything will be normal the week after Christmas. We'll have everything at the clinic, our current clinic, and normal adjusting hours, everything. And then over that week, we'll be moving stuff over to the other place. So our clinic will be like completely taken apart that week. Everything moved over here so that for the start of the new year, we're in our new space. We're rocking and rolling that first week of the new year of 2017. We'll give you more updates as we go. Later. All right, quick little update. Put on a good face. This will be on Care 11
No,
tonight.
I'm not putting anything on. I charge extra for photos. I'm a witness protection.